However, I had to file a motion to get him to leave me alone so we can both go and live our life in peace. Like, I'm confused because y'all know peace is what I want. Like, I don't want no smoke, bro. Like, I'm happy right now.
When people first saw Iman Shumpert and Teyana Taylor together, it felt like something rare. They weren't just another celebrity couple placed side by fame or convenience. They felt real. Their love was loud, creative, passionate, and deeply connected in a way fans don't often get to witness. From red carpet appearances to music videos, from interviews to social media posts, they moved like two people who genuinely chose each other every day. So when news broke that they were going their separate ways, the shock wasn't explosive. It was quiet, confusing. People didn't want to believe it because, in their minds, this was one of those couples that was supposed to make it. At first, everything seemed calm. The statements were respectful. Words like growth, peace, and co-parenting were used carefully, almost too carefully. Fans praised both of them for handling the split with maturity. It felt like one of those rare celebrity breakups where no one needed to be blamed. Iman stayed low-key, focused on his children and his own space. Teyana leaned into her work. Fashion, artistry, confidence, and her carefully curated image of strength. On the surface, it looked clean, like a chapter that had been closed quietly and respectfully. But the internet doesn't let chapters close easily. Even when two people move on privately, the public keeps rereading old pages, searching for hidden meanings. Fans began dissecting interviews, captions, and even facial expressions. Every cryptic post became a theory. Every song choice felt intentional. Still, neither Iman nor Teyana fed into the speculation. And for a while, that silence convinced people the breakup had truly ended without bitterness. Then Pierre's name entered the conversation, and everything changed. There was no announcement, no confirmation, just whispers. A photo here, coincidence there, timelines that didn't quite line up. People began connecting dots that may not have existed at all. Suddenly, Pierre wasn't just an actor doing his own thing. He was pulled into a story that wasn't his to tell. And as quickly as his name appeared, rumors followed. At first, the conversation felt harmless. Fans speculated about whether Teyana had moved on, whether she was happy, whether she deserved happiness after the breakup. But then the tone shifted. A pregnancy rumor surfaced. And once that word entered the chat, there was no going back. Pregnancy rumors don't stay rumors for long on social media. They grow legs. People started asking invasive questions, making assumptions without facts, and dragging multiple people into a situation that hadn't been confirmed by anyone involved. What made it worse was the timing. Fans began lining up dates, comparing posts, analyzing appearances, and forming conclusions of their own. Some believed Teyana had emotionally moved on long before the marriage ended. Others felt the internet was being invasive and deeply disrespectful. But one thing was clear, the situation was no longer private, and the pressure was building. Teyana didn't say much. And that silence, intentional or not, spoke loudly. She continued posting as she always did. Confident, stylish, unbothered on the surface. But fans read into everything. Caption felt like a message. A song choice felt deliberate. Even her silence felt like a response to some. It looked like grace. To others, it looked like avoidance. Either way, the internet had already decided something messy was happening behind the scenes. Iman, on the other hand, stayed quiet longer than most expected. He didn't rush online to defend himself. He didn't subtweet. He didn't respond to comments. But silence doesn't equal peace when narratives are being built without you. The longer he stayed quiet, the louder the assumptions became. Suddenly, people weren't just speculating about Teyana's life. They were rewriting Iman's role in it, painting him as the past, the problem, the one who lost. And that's when things started to hit a nerve. Because no matter how calm someone looks, being publicly misunderstood over and over again wears you down. Especially when children are involved. Especially when your character is being shaped by strangers who don't know the full story. Especially when you're trying to move on quietly, and the internet keeps dragging you back into a narrative you never created. When Iman finally responded, it didn't feel rehearsed or polished. It felt like frustration that had been sitting there for a long time finally breaking through. The tone wasn't playful. It wasn't vague. It carried weight, and fans felt it immediately. This wasn't a man chasing drama. This was someone setting a boundary publicly because privately it clearly wasn't working anymore. What shocked people wasn't just that he spoke up. It was how direct it felt. The clapback wasn't loud, but it was firm. It carried the energy of someone saying, "I've been quiet long enough." And once those words were out, the entire conversation shifted. Suddenly, this wasn't just about rumors. It was about respect, perception, and how silence is often mistaken for weakness. The internet exploded. Fans split down the middle. One side believed Iman had every right to defend himself, especially if narratives were affecting how he was seen as a father and a man. They praised him for finally speaking his truth. The other side felt he should have stayed quiet, that responding only fueled the fire, and that Teyana had handled things with more grace by not engaging. But what many missed was this. This wasn't just about Teyana or Pierre. This was about Iman reclaiming control of his own story. When you stay silent long enough, people start speaking for you, and eventually those voices become louder than your own. The situation also forced fans to confront the reality of celebrity breakups. Even when separations are peaceful, unresolved emotions don't disappear overnight. Watching, emotions don't get space to breathe. Another heavy layer was co-parenting. Both Iman and Teyana have always worked hard to shield their children from public chaos. For years, they balanced fame and family, carefully protecting what the world was allowed to see. But once tension spills into the public eye, control disappears. Children may not understand headlines, but they feel shifts in energy, emotional distance, and unspoken stress. And fans picked up on that immediately. As the situation unfolded, concern grew. Supporters questioned whether the ongoing tension could quietly affect the family's emotional foundation. Outside pressure mixed with internal strain has a way of pushing people to their breaking point. At some point, silence stops feeling like strength and starts feeling like surrender. Many began wondering whether Teyana ever expected Iman to stay quiet indefinitely, whether her composed, unbothered image may have unintentionally placed him in a corner, absorbing blame while she remained untouched by the storm. Even without accusations, perception holds power, and perception was shifting fast. What made things heavier was what came next, or rather what didn't. Teyana never publicly addressed the clapback, but the silence that followed felt different. It wasn't calm or controlled. It carried tension, not closure, just a pause filled with things left unsaid. As for Pierre, his role in the situation highlighted how quickly someone can become part of drama without ever speaking. Sometimes silence doesn't protect you. It simply places you at the center of speculation. In the end, what stunned fans most wasn't the rumors or the clapback. It was the realization that the story they thought they knew was incomplete. Behind the polished statements and composed appearances were real emotions, real frustration, and real boundaries being crossed. Whether you see Iman's response as messy or necessary depends on how you view silence. Some believe the high road means never responding. Others believe the high road sometimes requires speaking up so people stop walking over you. And maybe that's the real takeaway. Not every clapback is about drama. Sometimes it's about dignity. So the real question isn't just about pregnancy rumors or new relationships. It's this: should Iman have stayed quiet to keep the peace, or was speaking up the only way to protect himself? Only he truly knows. But one thing is certain: fans weren't ready for him to break the silence. And once he did, there was no going back.